It can get a little stale playing the same old every time you sit down to play Commander, and if you've ever watched this channel, you know we love off-meta lists. Me in particular. Watch any of my brews. I don't think I've ever touched on anything that would be considered popular. So, today we'll be discussing 5 off-meta cEDH decks that you should definitely check out if you're looking to spice up your game nights. KCI has had a lot of homes throughout EDH and cEDH history, but Imotekh might be the king of KCI. As you recur cards for your combo, make an army of artifact creatures to sack to KCI or use them to swing in for a win. It is also extremely nice to finally have a solid artifact commander in black. With KCI out, you can sack your Wishclaw Talisman to get the tutor without giving it to anyone. In black, you can reanimate your KCI combo creatures, not to mention that black has the best generic tutors, making assembling KCI even easier. All this to say, if you missed your old KCI deck, give Imotekh a try. This one is kind of cheating because it isn't just one deck. Livio is a tool and an engine that is secretly a powerhouse in cEDH. Livio allows you to protect your stacks pieces by exiling them in response to removal and returning them when they are needed. Livio lets you shut off your stacks pieces if they get in your own way, and get them back out to hurt your opponents. Livio repeats your ETB effects to gain value or remove cards, including cheeky plays like having Livio exile Fiend Hunter in response to its ETB, permanently removing Fiend Hunter's target. Let's not forget that Livio lets you go infinite with Village Bellringer. If you have some mana dorks, then you can repeat your ETB effects as many times as you want. It is a great idea to partner Livio with Thrasio so you can get the most out of your infinite mana with an outlet in the command zone. However, you can also partner Livio with Kodama and flicker your board to cheat cards in at instant speed. You don't know terror until you watch a Selesnya deck combo off at instant speed, with no ability to counterspell anything. If you think you need a little something else in your partner pairs, try out Livio. Blue's been known for a lot of things in Commander. Aggro is definitely not one of them. Octavia lets you play some value and stacks creatures while controlling out the game. Eventually you'll get Octavia out for 2 blue, and turn your creatures into 8/8s to start removing players from the game. If your hand is running low, you can draw some extra cards by turning Champion of Wits, Thought Sponge, and Body of Knowledge into base 8/8s. You can also bounce an entire board with Cephalid Constable. When you're setting up your board pre-Octavia, you'll find good use in Archmage Emeritus, Baral Chief of Compliance, and Ledger Shredder, amongst many other creatures. Octavia plays well if you don't want to win immediately with a combo, or if you're just getting tired of shutting down the board with stacks. Necropotence has always been a great card in cEDH, but it used to be the terror of the table back when Shimmerzur was the top deck. Now, what if I told you that Shimmerzur was back thanks to Oskar Rubbish Reclaimer? Play Oskar, tutor Necro, pay 35 life, and win the game due to a fun interaction. Necropotence says whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. And Oskar says whenever you discard a non-land card, you may cast it from your graveyard. When you discard down to hand size, you will get both of these triggers, and you'll get to stack them however you want. So you can cast everything you discarded before they get exiled. That means you will get more consistent wins on your end step. In case you don't get there, you can use Dahada's Ploy to gain all your life back and do it all again next turn. Shimmerzur is back and in new form. And let's be honest, with far better style than Zur ever had. But I'll leave that up to you to argue in the comments. I don't believe anyone would think this next card could make a cEDH deck, but here we are. Raggadragga gives you several 2-ish card combos. Savala Heart of the Wilds, Marwyn the Nurturer, Heronblade Elite, Viridian Joiner, Cradle Clearcutter, Kami of Whispered Hopes, and Devoted Druid. Whew! All give you a target for Raggadragga's final ability. If you have Spine of Ishsa, Worm Calling, and Fanning the Flames, you'll keep buffing and untapping your power dork for infinite mana and infinite power plus trample on each of your creatures. Sadly, these 3 cards are terrible to find in Gruul, so instead you can tutor Tamir Sabertooth, and while you search, cast Panglacial Worm to have a 7-cost creature to bounce with Sabertooth for a Raggadragga win. And that's it for our 5 off-meta cEDH decks that you should definitely check out. Let us know if you've played any of these decks in the comment section below, and let us know also if there is a deck that you feel deserves more of a spotlight in the cEDH scene, whether at your local game store or your kitchen table. What is your favorite off-meta cEDH deck that you play? Feel free to leave a link to said list also in the comments. We'd love to check it out and perhaps discuss it on a future episode in the series. But I'm Patrick Marlette, your local game guy. For more news and updates on your favorite TCGs, subscribe to LGG and send this video along to the next gamer with a like. Thank you.